This Just In News presents Irresistibles.
On Friday night, it is time for another episode of Bombing Run. Oh, we got 3 minutes here tonight. Yes. And we're going to have a great time. But first, I want to say thank you, or I want to introduce to you my judge for the night, Judge Agent. Let's give Judge Agent a big round of applause. Yay! Yeah, so sometimes you have to dig up these judges, and I had to dig this one up. So just not even skin and bones, just bones. But they know the bones of comedy, so I have no problem with this judge. They actually know how to type, I think. Might have to use a Ouija board. Do you have to use a Ouija board, Judge Agent? Okay, so I'll have the Ouija board ready, get the notes from the judge. Also, I want to please welcome and thank this person who's my co-host, Sargent of Arms. Please give her a big round of applause for being my co-host. It makes the show run so smoothly. All right, we're going to have a fun time tonight. And so, you just seen the promo image for the show. It's kind of a leaning a hand of who's going to go first. And so, it's going to be, and I hope I don't screw up your last name, coming up to the stage, Carol Leung. Yeah! Woo, 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 woo.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I am a very hopeful, almost empty nester, not married anymore. I don't say that I'm divorced. I prefer free range, or better yet, cage free. And it's hard dating at my age because women my age are invisible. It's like the boy who could see dead people. The only living things that can see me are animals and men over 80. And, it's probably my fault. I should have known the marriage was not going to work out. I joined Ancestry.com and I found out that I come from a very long line of women who have horrible taste in men. The last time I saw my ex, I told him our vows were supposed to be until death do us part, and he didn't look dead. Yet. I really missed him by about an inch. But COVID's been called the boomer remover. I'm a boomer. It's going to take a lot more than COVID to take me out. Growing up, I survived lead paint, pesticides in my food, and one entire family shared one telephone. Can you imagine? One phone. I know now why I will never text as quickly as my kids. I don't have arthritis. I have RPS, rotary phone syndrome. That's how old the phone was. And it was only a phone. There was no camera. There was no calculator. If you actually wanted to share a photo with a friend, you had to have real film, drive it, drop it off to be developed, wait a week, drive back, pick it up, and then you had to mail it snail mail. And I know by the time my photo arrived, I regretted sending the naked photo in the first place. And even worse than that, I could never have film developed again because the creepy guy at the photo mat had seen me naked. And it's tough getting old. I remember the exact moment my biological clock stopped ticking because my hot flashes made it explode.
Oh.
And I know now why it's called menopause, because my girly hormones have hit the pause button, and every day I'm a little closer to becoming the man of my dreams. It has to show. My son calls me dude.
Oh.
I just really can't wait till I finally get the chance to stand up to pee. It's going to be a great time saver. No more standing in ladies' lines for me. Woo. But whatever happened to growing old gracefully? I have to work out usually yoga, Pilates, and running from my responsibilities.
Oh.
But seriously, I did try running. I ran a mile. I was so proud of myself. I rushed to my phone to figure out how many calories I'd burned. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. That's not even enough to complete a chia pet. Forget running. I'm not running anymore. And namaste my ass if I have to do one more downward dog. I swear I'm going to bite someone's leg. And I know I may look okay over Zoom, but underneath my clothing, it's starting to look like the earthquake map of California. And boy, have my tectonic plate shifted.
Oh.
And I'm going to leave you with my public service announcement. If you don't have children yet, think very carefully before you have them, because once a parent, always a parent, and sometimes they never leave. And that is why some animals eat their young. Thank you so much. I've been Carol. You guys have been great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Let's give Carol a big round of applause. And Carol, I see you got your Instagram and your Twitter handles up there.
There I am.
Look at that. She's already promoting her stuff. Is there anywhere else we can find you?
Those are the best places.
Those are the best places. Cool, cool. You know, I think we're about the same age. I had a rotary phone. Yeah, it was hard to text. Really hard to text.
It was tough, right?
Yeah. Well, we had a party line, but it was no fun.
Do you remember those? Yeah, it wasn't a great party.
No, our neighbor was just he was a party pooper. Actually, he wasn't much fun at all.
There were a lot of those.
And I thought that was just from the 80s. So your kids rubbed off into the 80s, apparently.
And beyond. I waited to have children. Who knew?
Yeah, we waited to have children too. I wish we would have waited a little bit longer, then we wouldn't have had children.
Right?
Thank you so much. And
thank you.
Judge Agent has, oh, wait a minute. Okay, on the Ouija board said yes. Thank you, Judge Agent. All right, we're ready for the next contestant. Let's bring up Laura Hugg, everybody. Woo, 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 woo. Woo! Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's nice to be here. Every time, you know, how when it's your turn to be spotlighted on Zoom, and it's really getting used to how big and white my face is. My face is so big and white, it should be a corporation. I got I was afraid I was going to be late today because I was looking for a shirt that makes me an entirely different person. So really in the bottom, digging deep in the bottom of my closet. Even though it's a pandemic and I work from home a lot, I still try to get ready and dress up just to feel optimistic. But now the older I get, kind of like Carol was talking about, things change because now when I shave my legs, I have to start at my face. So, I was surprised. I have a friend, she's Middle Eastern. And so she has a little bit darker mustache than I do, and I'm like what I think of absence of color. Right. And I was surprised that facial hair would be something I just didn't know I was going to end up looking like one of those guys that signed the Declaration of Independence, but it's important to get ready. I put on makeup, every day. I've always worn a lot of makeup though. Since I was a baby, I don't really feel sexy or attractive unless I'm looking like a birthday cake at a horse party. So I'm sorry, an empowered sex workers party. I also, the thing though that I don't do anymore that I used to do when I was younger is I'd stopped lightening my hair. I used to get highlights, and then I thought, why should I pay for a service the Grim Reaper is doing for free? You know, when anybody asks who my hairdresser is, I just tell them mortality.
Oh.
I'm looking, you know, things go, I'll go back into the office. I do, you know, so I have all these clothes that I want to wear that I used to wear to work. I have some pieces by a designer called Eileen Fisher. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with the designer, but I'll tell you to get an idea of her. Her clothes are lovely, but you don't want to go out in public wearing head to toe Eileen Fisher unless you want to spend the whole day going, no, I don't know where the pottery class is being held. Just break it up with a pair of jeans or something. I really am into fashion. I probably would have gone into fashion design had I not gone into nothing. But my favorite fashion designers are the Kardashian sisters, the Kardashian collection. Who knew? But yeah, if you don't know that, I hope you were able to get some of their pieces before all the Sears went out of business. Nothing says couture like getting a suit for a job interview and your farm implements all in one store. But the Kardashians, the reason why they're good fashion designers is because, well, everything, they know their customer. Everything in the Kardashian collection was made out of bathing suit material because they know that the woman they designed for could get hosed down at any minute. So that's what makes them a good designer. Thank you. Yeah, so I just and I also thank you, and thank you, Sargent. I am, you know, trying to stay fit. Also, I now in my, you know, as I'm getting older, I now do with fitness what in my youth I did with crystal meth. The weight loss results are a lot slower with fitness, but there's less chance of me digging out a homemade basement in my second floor apartment. So I feel like it's worth it. All right, that's all I have. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's give a big round of applause to Laura Hugg, everybody. And Laura, where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram. I'm at Laura Hugg or Laura, and also on Twitter at Laura Hugg. So I don't use any other names. Find me on Instacart. Okay.
Find you on Instacart too?
Yes, follow me on Instacart.
Follow you on Instacart. That's where my order is. I'm all the way in Michigan. Where's my order? Oh, that explains everything. Is that a little bit of a delay? That's more like a week. Okay, I don't want the ice cream unless you go through Colorado right about now. Oh, wow. That's awesome. You know, it's great that we're all on the show. And you know what? The winner of the show is going to be crowned Joker Ace. And the Joker Ace gets to be on my Saturday show, this Justin News Comedy Club show, on a future date. And hold on. You know what freaks me out is that Ouija board just moved by itself. Whoa. Woo. You know, I got to quit digging up these judges. It scares me. All right, we're ready for the next contestant. And now I want you guys all welcome Casara Clark, everybody. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you. Yeah, I got a big pale white face as well. Right in there. I'm really pale, you know. I'm so pale.
How pale
are you?
I'm so pale. A guy once told me that I ghosted him because I showed up to the date.
Oh.
Pretty pale. Yeah. It's hard to grow up without a father. Does anyone else know that pain? Yeah. And be a Disney fan. Together, it's because of Mufasa, you know, the gorilla from Tarzan, Darth Vader. I mean, okay, Darth Vader just wanted to be a part of Luke Skywalker's life. That's what those movies are about. Like, that's it. I'd have given anything to have a call that was just, Casara, I am your father. No, instead I've got like some Han Solo types in my life, you know? We all, because here's the thing, right? Han Solo, if we remember his first kiss with Princess Leia, she said, stop that, called him a scoundrel, and he pressed her up against the wall and kissed her anyway. And I think we can all admit that that is fucking hot, right? Like, so hot. Oh my gosh. But maybe we can also all admit that we let hot guys get away with some creepy shit. Right? Like, I think now maybe it's just me. You know, I do have daddy issues. But like, hear me out, okay? Because I think it's a we problem, not a me problem. I think we all do this. Like, The Notebook, great movie, right? Remember that moment where Ryan Gosling jumped on the Ferris wheel and he threatened suicide if Rachel McAdams didn't go out with him? You have my heart, Ryan. So let's just, for a thought experiment, let's just imagine instead of Ryan Gosling, it's Danny DeVito.
Oh.
Is it still hot? Or is it like a little creepy? Here, I have a visual aid for you, right? Like I don't know. I think maybe there needs to be like a test. Like, if Danny doesn't fit, veto it. Like, we should start applying this. I think so. Like, my cat agrees. My cat he is very, very, listen how in favor he is. But like, let's think about it. Like, whoa, I know, we get it. You're in favor of it. Okay. Like, imagine being a woman, right? And you're asleep from a spell and you're waiting for a non-consensual kiss because all spells were cast pre-Me Too. And then you feel that warmth on your lips and you open your eyes to see Ron Jeremy. Right? I'm saying, if Danny doesn't fit, veto it.
Oh.
Or sexy Robert Patterson. Look at how hot he is here, right? Because the hand over his mouth is that he's gonna gag because he wants to eat Bella so badly, like, so hot. and this is when he's watching her sleep. So let's just for a moment imagine that instead of hot future Batman watching you sleep, it's Gary Busey.
Oh.
If Danny doesn't fit, veto it. Right? I'm just thinking, if we let a guy do something that would be, if we let a guy do something that would be creepy on someone else, maybe we should acknowledge that there's a problem there, right? Like, right? And the worst part, I think, because, okay, yes, it instills wrong values in women. It does. And it perpetuates potential violence against women. But the worst part, it just makes ugly guys think they have a chance. This is strictly for hot men, okay? 8s and up. You don't play out of your weight class. My cat agrees, okay? You don't think you can just reframe creepy as confident. No, like, you work your way up if you're a 3, okay? You don't start at the Ferris wheel or kissing women in their sleep, okay? You wait until the hot guy breaks their heart, then you swoop in. Know your place. My cat agrees. All right, that's me. Thank you. I'm Casara.
Let's give a big round of applause for Casara, everybody. And Casara, where can we find you on social media?
Instagram, Casara Clark. Twitter, Casara Marie. Marie's my middle name, so.
That's great. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, but I just never use it. I can't get into it. I mean, I'm a general of a comedy club show. I don't know. People just kind of look at me strange anyway. That's okay. And you know what? I feel everybody's, I look like I am probably a 5.5 at this time. Probably what I am. But if I put on the costume, I go down to about a 4. So I'm doing good. Whoa, crap, that thing jumped. Judge Agent, you're scaring me just a little bit with that Ouija board. Could you just move it just a little bit softer? I mean, Now you're making the lamp move over there. Okay, that's a little much. I know there's someone that died down in my basement, but please, he's here. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sergeant at Arms says, great job, everyone. I have to agree. So let's all give you guys a big round of applause. You guys were so awesome tonight. And whoa, hey, hold on a second. Okay. Yes, I understand. Oh, I must be ghosts, so I actually know who won tonight and who's second place and who's third place. But you know what? This is all for fun, and I encourage everybody to come back on the show and have another shot at it, because it's not always going to be Judge Agent. I'll have to bury that judge later on tonight anyway. Maybe do some incantations, some kind of spell. But the winner of Bombing Run tonight is Carol Leung, everybody! Yeah!
Thank you. Oh my God.
All right, yay, Carol!
Thank you so much.
You're gonna be, you contact me after the show. We'll figure out a date you can be on my Saturday show. It's a great show. It's a PG-13 kind of show, so it's an awesome show. But we'll get back with you. And also for everybody, please send me your mailing address. I do have swag to give out, but I am running the snail mail. I'm actually talking to LaJoy now. He says any year now, you guys will get your stuff. So, second place is Laura Hugg, everybody. All right, let's give a big round of applause, Laura. You were awesome. I have to admit, this was a tough night tonight. You guys were all knocking it out of the park. Great show, and please come back again. This is a fun show to be on. I love it. You guys are awesome. And third place tonight is Casara Clark and her cat. That's Casara Clark. She got I love the cat. The cat was so great. Oh, yes. But thank you for being on the show. And I made sure before I put the judge back in the grave that if you want notes about your set, please hit me up on Facebook Messenger, and I will get those notes to you about what worked and what didn't work. Okay?
All right.
That's just a judge's opinion. A comedian down to the bone.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I want to thank Judge Agent one more time. Let's give Judge Agent a big round of applause. And oh, you scared me. Gosh darn it. Whew. You're making me shiver. Oh, scary. And also my co-host, Sergeant at Arms, who's made this such a great show to run. He does an awesome job of doing this. And again, I do not tell anybody who my judge is or my Sergeant at Arms, or they have to live in my basement. That's my witness protection program. But that's the show for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being part of it, and thank you so much for watching. This has been an Oddly Funny production. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a blast.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
This has been an Oddly Funny production.